Hey guys, welcome to the Toastmasters meeting. My name is Samira and I'm the president of Moscow Toastbusters. Moscow Toastbusters is part of a large global organization, Toastmasters International, and people become members of Toastmasters to improve their public speaking, leadership, and communication skills. Guys, I have a question for you. When you hear the word Toastmasters, what word comes to your mind first in terms of skills development?
Skills.
Yes, skills development.
Open-minded.
Oh.
Making toast.
Communicating.
I didn't hear.
But that's
Okay, okay.
Inspire to persuade them.
Yes.
Okay.
Motivate.
Okay, motivation, inspiration,
To lead.
teamwork. Okay, leadership. Oh, Shadia. Guys, you know, I expected that you will say public speaker. Yeah, I was not prepared for this answer. Okay. Toastmasters is widely known not only for public speaking, but also for soft skills development. And you mentioned some of them. And soft skills today are as important as technical or hard skills. I would say that soft skills are the one that will always stand the test of time, even in the era of AI. Today, we constantly hear news about AI replacing jobs, automating tasks, and changing the future of work. And that is already happening in many industries. However, according to the World Economic Forum report, next slide. There is a unique set of uniquely human abilities or human-centric skills, or in other words, soft skills that will remain irreplaceable and irreplaceable and hard to automate. Tasks connected to empathy, creativity, leadership, and curiosity have just a 13% potential for AI transformation, since they depend on human and not machine judgment, context, and lived experience. The next slide. Human-centric skills or soft skills can be divided into 4 main groups. So the first is creativity and problem solving. The second one is emotional intelligence. The third is life learning and growth. And the last one is collaboration and communication. Skills that include empathy, active listening, leadership, social influence, speaking, writing, and languages, the skills that we constantly train here at Toastmasters. The World Economic Forum report also highlights the gap in these human-centric skills. The next slide. And the next figure illustrates the employer's demand in these human-centric skills. And in the right upper corner of the graph, you can see the skills that are important not only today, but will also be remain critical over the next 5 years. And these skills include creative thinking, systems thinking, analytical thinking, leadership and social influence, and many other skills. And all these skills can be trained here in Toastmasters, especially if you take on leadership roles as a club officer. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I would say that even meeting roles can help you develop those soft skills. For example, the role of the evaluator can help you to train your analytical thinking and emotional intelligence, because you learn how to analyze the speech and to give a feedback in a constructive and supportive way. So as you can see, Toastmasters helps people to become not only stronger speakers, but also stronger leaders, communicators, and teammates with the skills that will stand the test of time despite AI revolution in the job market. So before we move to the main topic, I would like to invite our guests. I see one newcomer in the last row. Please, can you come to the stage? Yeah. Please introduce yourself. Why are you here, and how did you find about this club?
Hello. Hello. My name is Ivan, and I'm not prepared at all to start my speech right at the beginning of the meeting. So let's try. I'm here. Why I am here? Well, I were recommended. Well, I was invited by one of your members, Polina. Strongly recommended to visit this event. I'm sorry, I'm not practice my English at all, and maybe some stupid words and stupid pauses. All right, why I'm here? Let's have a new experience. It's always useful for brain, new connections, wide viewing, researching the world, meeting new people. Because if we stay inside community and just communicate with only people you has known before, and avoid new acknowledgements, new people to know, you just losing ability to communicate different ways. You just like Alice in Wonderland, that you don't, you can be to stay at one point. You should run as fast as you can, and this is just to speaking with other people for different topics. It's only way to protect your brain, your consciousness. Well, and a lot of people talking to me. I have something to a lot of things to say, but I can say it in Russian, and it's a great possibility for me to got possibility to say it in English.
So you came here for communication and networking.
Communications, networking, new experience, and finding something interesting. Maybe bring something interesting to your community.
Thank you for that. Okay, guys, and now we can start the main part of our meeting, and I would like to invite to the stage our Toastmaster of the day, Valeria Pogorelova.
Thank you. Not yet. Hello, everyone. Killer. That's how you get more applause. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic today is the test of time. So I would like to talk to you a little bit about time and how we experience time, what time helps us learn. And of course, this environment, I could not help but begin with this one question. How often do you go to art galleries?
Every second week.
Every second week? Every second week? Art galleries like this. Every Wednesday, excellent. Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, usually.
Translation, almost every day. Yes. Every time I'm in a new country, that's excellent to go to an art gallery. How much time do you think you spend looking at an artwork before moving to a next one?
Depends.
2 hours.
Around, average, 2 hours for one image.
About 2 hours, yeah?
So the whole meeting, you don't listen to us, you look at the picture?
It's a far itself.
Oh, that's disappointing news.
1 to 15 minutes.
1 to 15 minutes. Any other people who want to share how long they look at a painting?
That meeting itself.
Less than 1 minute. Okay. Let me tell you, there was actually research done about this topic. I'm going to share with you some statistics, not as incredible as Samira's presentation. My statistics will be just verbal. But the Metropolitan Art Museum did some research, and they found that the average time a person looks at one painting before moving to the next one is between 17 seconds to 27 seconds. Less than 1 minute, exactly. However, in 2013, there was an art professor at Harvard, yes, who decided to try an experiment. She thought, what will happen if I look at a painting for longer amounts of time? How much time do you think she set as a time limit to look?
1 hour.
1 hour all day, so what, 24 hours or 12? Between 8 and 12, very specific. She set a limit of 3 hours to look at one particular painting. Let's look at what painting that was. This is the painting she chose, The Boy and the Squirrel. If you want to look at it closer, for people in the back rows, we have some pictures. Please share, because we're saving trees. So we have a limited amount of images. Please share. Once you look, share, pass it to other people. If you have great eyesight, you can look at the picture here. 3 hours to look at this one image. What do you see in the picture, apart from the obvious? What is something that you see in this image? Maybe some feelings that come up, some emotions, maybe a story that you notice. The expression of the whole image. It's not free. What do you mean by it's not free?
Because the boy is holding by some chain.
Okay, there's a chain. Okay, that's an excellent detail that you notice. Perfect. Lovely. What did the Harvard researcher notice? I wrote this down because I didn't want to get this wrong. At particular times, she noticed some different things. At 9 minutes of looking at this image, she noticed the shape of the boy's ear mimics the shape of the white fluff on the squirrel's belly. At 21 minutes, she noticed that the diameter of the boy's hand mimics the shape of the glass. And at 45 minutes, she realized that the folds on the curtains imitate the shape of the boy's eyes and ears. Now, this experiment was not about the intention of the painter, whether he chose this on purpose, but it was about the time invested and what that time can reveal to us, what patterns we can notice, what time can do for us the longer we spend on one object, one activity, the more we invest. And of course, the phrase, you may have heard Samira use it already at the beginning, to stand the test of time, is the phrase that we will focus on throughout our meeting today. What does that mean, to stand the test of time? It can be about patience, looking at one photo, staying with one activity for a long amount of time. It can be about time revealing hidden messages, a history, or maybe revealing the value of something, the importance of an activity like public speaking, of course. The longer you do it, the better you get at it. And also the strength of something. The longer something lasts, like, for example, what is something durable? What is something, an object that lasts a long time? Any ideas? A skull or sculpture? A stone, brilliance. Some lovely examples. Art, exactly, like we can see all around us. This topic we can take in many different directions. And today I want us to invest some time, first of all, to listen to the thought of the day and see what direction she has decided to take this topic. Please help me in welcoming to the stage our thought of the day, Tatiana Gladышeva. And Mike.
Dear fellow Toastmasters, yes, the test of time. When it comes to an action of time, my mind sends me a picture. Not just a picture, but the masterpiece. And I am talking about this. Yes, this is The Persistence of Memory by Salvador Dali. And we can see here 4 watches, and 3 of them are changing their shape, the action of time. You probably know that Salvador Dali was inspired by watching melting cheese while he was created this picture. And I'm not sure if you know that this is also a self-portrait of Salvador Dali. So if you didn't know how Salvador Dali looked like, that's him. You're welcome to expand your horizon. And I think this masterpiece definitely stands a test of time, as its creator does. Salvador Dali was famous for his, not only for his art, but also for being most bizarre and eccentric artist in the history. He was outrageous about everything he did, and he said, let me read you a couple of his quotes. Life is too short to remain unnoticed. Intelligence without ambition is a bird without wings. Those who do not want to imitate anything produce nothing. And I think with this view of the world, if he lived now, he would be a good addition to our club. And also because of this weird habit, he loved parties. He invited his friends to the restaurant, offered them food and drinks, and when it was time to pay the check, he asked for a bill for the whole party and just left his autograph on it. Don't you think he would be the best addition to our after parties with this weird habit? You guys, dear fellow Toastmasters, guests, I wish you a pleasant meeting and get ready to stand the test of time. Madam Toastmaster, back to you.
Thank you very much, Tanya. Of course, artwork is a great example of something that stands the test of time. Another example that Tanya provided us is, of course, Toastmaster after parties. They definitely stand the test of time. We will never stop them. It's one of the best parts of our meeting. But today, I want you to consider the phrase stand the test of time, not as something that we measure success or value with, but also something that you can use to your advantage, something you can use to notice your patterns, not just the patterns in the images or the paintings, a way you can stay a little bit longer with discomfort, whether it's discomfort you experience here on stage, talking to other people, or whether it's something that you invest in your development, in your skills, into your everyday life. Of course, you set the time limits for that, but in this meeting today, we have some other time limits. Of course, don't worry, it's not going to be 3 hours. We will not make you stand on the stage for 3 hours just yet. We have some other time limits, and I would like to invite our timer to the stage, who will tell you what those time limits are. Please welcome our timer, Polina Volhontova. And I will give you
Hello, dear President, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Actually, I wanted to start with some personal story, but I'm not sure I have enough time for that. But if I have, I can. Yes, personally, I have some nervous relationships with time limits. And when I started at school at university, and I was given a task to write some essay, I felt so nervous, frustrated, and shocked. I couldn't understand how I can adjust my efficiency of thoughts in these limits of time. But the teachers said, well, time is money. And of course, it's a valuable skill for all of you. So I had to go through these hardships unnumbered. And after that, this experience taught me some thought that helps me to calm down in some stressful moments related to time. And this thought is sometimes when we have a little range of time to do something, we just cannot produce our best results. And that is okay. You just need to be honest, and you just trust your skills, your knowledge, and your intuition. And of course, if a person truly wants to improve his results, he will find time for this in the future. In this meeting, we are working under pressure of time, and I will be your guardian of time. I have cards of different colors, and this color indicates how nervous you will be during your speech. Yes, starting from the green card. Green card shows that you just reached the limit of your speech, but you can proceed with your thoughts. The yellow one indicates that you have only 30 seconds left, and maybe you should come to some conclusion of your speech. And the red one means just stop your speech now, please, and respect your time. So have a nice time and meeting. Thank you. Oh, I forgot.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Polina. I think the conclusion we can draw from Polina's presentation is don't be scared of time, but make sure to pay attention to it. Another thing time can do for us is reveal patterns, like we already spoke about. But the more you pay attention, the more time you invest into observing your patterns, the more you get to find out some secret habits, maybe rhythms that you do that you didn't even know you had. And we have a person who will also observe us and our patterns in this meeting. And this person is the accounter. And please give a round, yes. Please give a round of applause. Yes, yes, yes. Our accounter, Polina Shkivitova.
No worries about that. Anyways, the stage is
Thank you so much, Valeria. Good evening, dear all. Imagine we are in Greece. Hot Athens, the birthplace of public speaking. 5th century before Christ. Greek philosophers are debating, searching for truth. It is time-tested, that even the most persuading oratorical performance may be ruined by filler words. What do you think? How can we get rid of all this like, actually, and other filler words? Any suggestions? Yes, discipline, right? What else? Okay, any other suggestions maybe? That's it, right? Great, making pauses. That's fantastic. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You can tell something else in addition. For
Like what?
example, meow.
Oh,
Okay. The little virtue.
that's so sweet.
I can punch.
Oh, nice punishment. Okay.
You can get an actual punishment.
Okay. Anyways, the first step we can do towards eliminating these words from our speech is just to realize that we use them. Today, as the A counter, I will try to help you with that. I will track all these filler words. I will put them into protocol. And at the end of the meeting, I will share the results with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Polina. You may sit down. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. A very interesting phrase that Polina used in her presentation was time tested, a skill that is time tested. I feel that just realizing that we do something is a great skill that we can use in our daily life. And of course, if you think about language as well, words like time tested or other expressions like to stand the test of time, why are they still around? The very phrase to stand or to withstand the test of time started in the 19th century, and we still use it now. But then words that Shakespeare used, like thee and thou, the polite version of you, are no longer in use. Why does that happen? I think that some words are just time tested. Thank you very much for that expression. And today we have another role who will also tell us which words are good to use and which words should go out of fashion a little bit more quicker. Please give a round, warm applause to our grammarian, Arina. Why can I not pronounce your surname? Arina! Arina! Thank you very much.
Perhaps this might be a favorable opportunity for my mentioning who I am. Pray, let me introduce myself. My name is Arina Zvishkova. I like this meeting already more than I can say. Something tells me that it's going to be delightful. To speak with perfect candor, I have received an arduous task of fulfilling the role of a grammar consultant today. So my speech is very strange, isn't it? Actually, I took several phrases from one of the plays of Oscar Wilde. This play was written like a century ago. A century is a comparatively short period of time in terms of the whole history of the humanity, isn't it? However, you might have noticed that the speech has changed dramatically over this century. It is true that some parts of the language, especially oral speech, doesn't stand the test of time. So as a grammarian, my task today is to make notes of your mistakes and of the brilliant expressions that you use. I will also introduce the word of the day, which is actually more like an expression to be up to date, быть в курсе событий. So he is up to date because he keeps an eye on the news and on the latest trends. So I want you to be literate, to be up to date, and to surprise me with your unbelievable knowledge of grammar and vocabulary.
Thank you very much. One thing, if you ever take the role of Toastmaster of the day, you should really be up to date with how to pronounce the speaker's surnames. I apologize. And of course, another thing that we will do in our meeting today is to practice noticing, to spend some time paying attention. And we even have the role to help you notice, to help you be very attentive. Our final role taker of this meeting today will give us a little test, a little quiz at the end of the meeting. Please welcome to the stage the quiz master, Samira, with a presentation.
Hello again. As I mentioned at the beginning of the meeting, human-centric skills are the ones that most likely to stand the test of time. However, they are also very fragile. Economic crisis, social disruptions, and periods of isolation weaken these skills when people lose opportunities for practice, collaboration, and feedback. The COVID-19 pandemic clearly demonstrates this. As you can see from the graph, the lines representing different human-centric skills all go down during the pandemic. And even by 2025, many of them hadn't still returned to the level of 2019. And this shows that even such durable soft skills can weaken without regular practice. And today, during the meeting, you will have the opportunity to practice some of those skills, such as active listening, attention to details, and curiosity. As a quiz master, I will prepare questions based on the speeches and content that you will hear today. So listen carefully, because the most attentive listeners will receive a sweet prize at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Samira. So a little bit of encouragement for you to notice, to spend your time paying attention throughout the meeting, because there will be a little reward, as Samira mentioned. Of course, this is now the time for prepared speeches. Our speakers at the club invest their time preparing speeches, thinking of ideas, and of course, coming to the stage and sharing them with us. And our first speech will follow the topic of networking. Think about what's the longest relationship you've had. Maybe it's with your spouse, maybe it's with a friend, maybe it's with your Toastmasters club. I'm looking at you, Tanya. And networking helps build us this relation, helps us build this relationship. We have to first invest time to then get the benefits. Our first speaker is following a pathway of presentation mastery, and her project today is called Making Connections Through Networking. Please welcome to the stage Lyubov Gershman. Luba, would you like some help?
Yeah.
Luba's speech, one of voice. Lyubov Gershman, the stage is yours.
Good evening, everyone. Let me ask you simple questions. How many of you have ever dreamed about living in another country? Wait, Zoom master. Not record this. Yes, it is sensitive information. Okay, thank you. Of course, usually we imagine existing path, new countries, new people. Everything will be wonderful. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it is true. And you know that networking, it is biggest part of this period of time. I'm living in 3 different countries, and I learned it very, very quickly. In new places, you need new people. You need information, connection, and know how everything works. And you started meeting people, maybe coffee chat, maybe professional networking on conference and random introductions. Why not? And people shared a lot of information and advices. How to adapt quickly, or how to find job and friends, how to rebuild your life in your place. It is very nice. You can know everything. Just communicate with people. But people shared something else. Do you know what is it? This is emotional state. Because immigration is not just about opportunities. It is the challenge. It is uncertainty, sometimes loneliness, and pressure. After 3 years, I spoke more than 1,000 people. They shared a lot with me. For example, you need less your expectation. Be smaller. Or forget about career you had before. Survive is the first. At first, it's look like good practical advices, yeah, recommendation. It is nice. But if you heard it more than 100 of times, it can be dangerous. Because this information and stories become your really thoughts. Maybe they're right. Maybe I need to become smaller. Maybe everything what I do, it is not right. Maybe survive is enough. After this, I started very depressed. But one conversation changed everything. One person looked at me and said, "Do not listen to them. Fly at your own height." I still remember this sentence. Fly at your own height. First time someone didn't tell me about how to be smaller. Just remind me how important to fly on your height. This changed what I see about networking forever. Because networking is not about opportunity too. It is about influence. Some people teach you fear, some people teach you possibility. But one voice can be louder than 100 fearful ones. Today, a lot of people change your life, sometimes career, and reality. And if you build your network, please remember, choose people who will protect your dreams. I would like to remember just one thing. Find one person who will continue to believe in you so that you can fly on your high. And maybe when you want to move to another country and didn't find some voices, please call me. I will remember you how to important fly at your high. Thank you.
Lovely message. Thank you very much, Tuba. I think that is a very important message, to find people that will support you, will support your dreams, that actually want the best for you. And it's interesting that our second speech is also about discovering connection. The next speaker will present a project, Connect with the Audience, you guys. And her pathway, her educational course is called Engaging Humor. Please welcome to the stage our next speaker, Anna Rubinina. Anna, would you like some help or independent? Take your time.
I will.
Our next speech, more connection, less control. Anna Rubinina.
Dear friends, how many of you, can you raise a hand? How many of you have their children? Yeah, have children. Okay, not very many. How many of you are aware of their inner child? Even less? Okay. How many of you remember how they were children? Okay, some of... All right, so I hope this topic will be relatable to you, because I decided to reflect on my parenting journey, because I have two children and they are already young adults, and share with you some principles that were very useful for me and for them, because they grew up quite happy people. So I asked them, what was good about me as the mother? And they said, you gave us acceptance, freedom, and dialogue. So I'm going to reflect on these three things. The first thing, acceptance. What I think about this. So we often want our children to be very good, the best. But now it might not be always possible. So we have to accept their bad sides as well. So I will tell you a story. When my younger daughter reached the age of 12 and the beginning of her adolescence, she started to behave very distant and rude. Yes, that's a very common thing for teenagers to be rude. And the other members of the family complained about it. She said she's very bad. She's very rude. And once I met an acquaintance in the street, and she asked me how my children were, and I opened my mouth to tell that story, that my daughter complained that my daughter is so bad, but I realized that that was very wrong. So I forgot all her bad sides and started focusing on her good sides. I realized that she was very creative, that she was good at drawing and interested in geography. So, and I started to talk about these positive things. And as I came home, I started talking to her, found out what her interests were, and accepted her, also accepted, but focused on the positive sides, leaving out the bad sides. And, you know, since that moment, we hadn't had any problems at all. She started to behave differently when she was accepted as a person that she was. That's the first story. The next principle is dialogue. So we all crave connection, but people need it differently. So, for example, my elder daughter is very talkative. She can talk to me for hours, and I have to listen to her for hours. And the other one is very reserved, so it's almost impossible to find out what she is thinking about. So I have to take her on walks, and she has no choice but to talk to me while we are walking. And one very useful principle that I learned before starting conversation, you have to ask a person, do you want me to listen to you or to give you advice? Because sometimes it's the main thing is just to listen to a person, and they will find their own solutions. You don't need to give your advice. You just need to accept, again, acceptance, what they are feeling at the moment, and just listen to them. One more important thing is to create safe place to express emotions. Because I remember when I was a child, I used to cry a lot. And my parents always told me, stop it, stop it, stop it. And when they manipulated me that they will leave me alone. That was very sad. And I decided that I wouldn't do this to my children if I had them. So as a parent, I gave the opportunity for them to feel what they wanted at the time and to teach them what they really feel. Because sometimes we are so overwhelmed with emotions, we even don't understand what we are feeling. So it's very important to know what the names of these emotions are, and that's okay to feel them and what they really mean. All right. Acceptance, dialogue. What was the third thing? Who is the freedom? Okay. I think it started with my parents, who were very strict at me when I was crying, but at the same time, they allowed me and my sisters to do everything we want. They've never controlled us. And paradoxically, we didn't want to try any forbidden things because everything was allowed. So it worked as if, do we have this phrase of what is it in English, when as a forbidden apple is sweet, or something like, I'm asking Valeria.
Yeah. What is every forbidden apple sweet?
Yeah, something like this. Is there a phrase? Is it?
I'm not remembering.
But do you understand what I mean? Yes, forbidden, yes. So as everything wasn't forbidden, we didn't even want to try it. And talking about my family, my children, what they appreciated, that I allowed them to try hobbies, movies, everything they wanted. And allowed them to live their own lifestyle. So they so I didn't impose my personal view on how they should behave and what should they do. So I allowed this freedom for them to construct their own life. All right, I can see the red timer, so let's sum up. I think these principles of communications are useful not only for on bringing up children, but also communicating with your partners, your parents. They're universal. I hope that each of you will take at least one of my ideas, because I didn't put any time in preparing my speech, and it wasn't very aligned, but I wish you that those who haven't found their inner child yet will find them, and will find them and be happy. Now.
Very nice.
No,
Mike.
no.
She is Anna, but I'm looking for the club's best friend. Thank you very much, Anna, for your speech. I think the ending is very positive.
Yeah.
Be happy. What else do you need? Find your inner child and be happy. A time-tested technique, right? And move to another country. I would like to bring your attention back to the image that we looked at earlier today, the boy with the squirrel. You can put it up. Yes, we can put it up again. If you remember, the woman who did the research, she spent 3 hours looking at this image. But of course, throughout the whole of 3 hours, she wasn't staring and paying attention every single second. She, of course, also had lapses of attention. She had pauses and she had breaks. Just like every good meeting, we also need a lapse of attention and a little bit of a break to relax, to talk, to pay attention to each other, and to network and make connections. 5-minute break, everyone. Thank you. Можешь себе оставить, если хочешь. Лучше, мне кажется. Больше начинаем. Запись on. Okay, all right, let's get our attention back, focusing on the stage, because now we're going to have some practical skill development session. Of course, to be able to stand the test of time, to be able to stay strong, to stay strong, to stay valuable, to stay active, we need to practice our skills.
To stay happy.
To stay happy, to find your inner child. We need to practice our skills. The most sought after skill is to be able to adapt, the skill of adaptation. And this is something you can learn during the table topics session. I will not tell you more about it because we have our table topic master who will tell us exactly what we will be doing. Please welcome to the stage the mic with Alina Stepanova.
Thank you, Valeria. Pogorelova. All right. Good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. Today, our theme is the test of time. Wonderful, right? The ability to stand the test of time. We are talking about why certain things, habits, and relationships stay with us for years, while others disappear into the past. How does time help us understand what truly matters and what was just a temporary thing? To make conversation even deeper, I'd like to turn to a tool that psychologists and coaches know very well. It is called the wheel of balance. Yeah, or the wheel of life. Doesn't matter really. It looks very simple. A circle divided into segments where each segment represents an important area of life. Today we have 9 categories such as health, personal growth,
spirituality, fun and recreation, money, career, friends, love, and family. Usually, a person rates each area from 1 to 10. Depends how satisfied they are, and gets a shape. Wherever there are empty sectors, for example, personal growth, right? That's where the imbalance lies, and that's where you should direct your attention. You must ask me, Alina, what does this tool give us? And I'll tell you. It helps you to see where your energy is really going. Also, understand what the actual the actual priorities are. And you can find motivation for specific actions to solve or to fill those sections which are empty. But today we're going to use this wheel of balance a bit differently. And first, I'll tell you about the rules, how all this is going to happen. I will invite a member or a guest come on stage. The future speaker will choose one category and answer the question. Rules: you'll have 30 seconds to prepare. Your speech should be between 1 and 2 minutes, clear and concise. And please don't forget to look at our beautiful timer, because the speech will be timed. Right. After the table topic session, we will hold a vote to choose our favorite. Valeria? Let me finish my sentence. We will, after the table topic session, we will hold a vote and pick our favorite table topic speaker, which will be the one who will use the word of the day, up to date. Yeah, and also, here is the question. That's going to be the same question for everyone, but the category will be different. So the question is, in the area of, put your category, what from your experience has stood the test of time and what has failed into the past? Tizi, come on stage, draw. Okay, we have a first volunteer. Please come on stage, Daniel. The mic. Let me get the category for you.
You have 30 seconds to prepare.
You have 30 seconds to prepare.
You
and
also
me
have.
too. Okay, pick one. Okay, my favorite.
Personal growth.
You can read the question.
In the area of personal growth, what from your experience has stood the test of time and what has faded into the past? Thank you very much. One of the most difficult questions I have ever answered on this stage regarding what in my personal growth seemed very important before, but right now I understand it was just a miss. I would start with simple things. What is obviously important for a man like me in terms of personal growth and where I see the opportunity to become even better. I think the personal growth is closely related to time and how you can time manage things. Why? If you have too many ideas, too many areas of how you can grow personally, you need right planning. You just time box all the stuff that you want to become better. If you do time boxing, where I will become better in, like, I don't know how it's in English. How we can become better in French language, I need to plan certain period of time. Then I understand I also want to become a better swimmer. Number 3, I want to become better in fitness. And I go from 1 to 10, and I realize that my calendar is fully booked. I need to really prioritize. That I give up on French language immediately. It takes too much time from my schedule. I just become better swimmer and exceptional fitness person and the president of Optima Forma Club. Everything else is not really important. So I understand for my personal growth, next step is to swim in Chaika swimming pool and become the most powerful president of Optima Forma Club in history. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. Okay, I take it as a compliment because that's the first time when I see Dania speechless on stage. Okay, who wants to be the second? Okay, please come on stage. Hello. Okay. Pick your category. Okay. Health. In the area of health, what from your experience has stood the test of time and what has faded into the past? By the way, I wanted to mention that the wheel of balance is not a wheel at all. So it's not round, it's not a wheel. So, health is that area where I am sure that almost each of us can say that it's a result of our everyday activities. It's a result of our responsibility, because my strong opinion that our health is personal responsibility. No one else's, just yours. Because your body is just your body, your health is just your health. And almost all of us, we wanted always quick results, quick wins. But it is that thing which demands time, efforts, new habits, and a lot of your efforts. What I mean, so even just with the aim, for example, rare visiting of doctors, the first thing you should change in your life, it's your, for example, nutrition. And you should spend a lot of time, a lot of efforts to change your nutrition to stay healthy. And the second part of this question, for me, I'm not sure how to answer it. Yes, yeah, very good answer. I just want to remind to everyone that in this particular area, you should try anything what you think that it's important for you. Just try, keep doing it, and in the future, you definitely receive results. Thank you.
You can keep it.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Any volunteers? Shadi? Oh, no, the volunteering.
Expected it. Okay.
Okay. Choose the category. No, don't look at it. Don't look at it. All right.
Oh, it's about career. Okay.
Yes. That's the mic. Handshake, maybe.
Yeah. Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. I think this is a great question. I have not so much ideas to talk about my career because I believe that I have good things going on. Nevertheless, I wanted to share my experience that stood the test of time. And the thing that I'll be talking about is about being ourselves. So many years ago, I traveled from my house from Lebanon to Russia. Then I returned back. And all these periods, even in my hometown and even here, I didn't feel like I belonged to a special group, to the people. They always said, like, you're different, you don't belong to this group. And over time, I coped with this challenge. I started to make new friends, and I accept the idea that I can be different. I can be just myself, and whatever happens, I don't have to put so much effort to please people and to be in a special group. So that would be the experience that stood over time. And what faded over the past, the fear and the anxiety of the deadlines, I think they faded over time. Now I don't care about the deadlines. They just burn and I'm fine with that. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I take this.
Yeah, you can keep it. Yeah, we all suffer from deadlines. Now we know what to do, right? Just ignore them. All right, we have a newcomer. Ivan, come on stage. Okay, here is the mic. Here is the handshake, and then draw your category.
Okay, let's try this one. Laugh.
Okay, you can read the whole question for everybody, for the audience.
Okay, in the area of love, what from my experience has stood the test of time, and what was faded into the past. Whoa. First time and so huge question. All right, let's try to describe such a difficult question. What humanity discovering along the time, through the ages, Yes. What's about love? Can I tell my now my negotiations with love? When I was young, all of us looking for love for society. We are socialistical animals. We likes to be together. Love is the great part of our life, and when we're young, we're trying to find something in another person to complete ourselves, and this strategia I make us cannot make, in my opinion, make us succeed, because we should be solid inside of us, and you can offer something to another person, and this one should be not fragile and solid, something like that, and you do not want to bring something from another, and when you start to give all your love, you will be able to have more when you get when you give. Yeah, okay, all right. Recite. Okay, sorry for confusing, for mixing. Maybe I not understand the
All right. I think that's going to be the last one, the last category. Okay. All right. Handshake. Goodbye. That's up to you. That's up to you. No, close your eyes.
Family. Yeah, I'll really try to be very specific about the question, and let me tell you what I think what the family is. First of all, our parents. I know that many of us are very close to their parents, even when they're adult. For example, my beloved wife, I know she talks a lot, especially with her mama. She always calls her mamachka. So sorry for that things. For some maybe a little bit private things. And yeah, for her, it's a real family. I see their communications, and I always can call, yeah, these people are very close. In my case, I'm not too close to my parents. We support our communications, their quality. Both my dad, my mom, quite old. I, of course, visit them, but it happened that we all are very different, and I can say that in time, our connection, our talks, our conversation has been fading. What else? Children. Children, so today we had a questionnaire. Yes, some of us, some members raised their hands saying that they have children. Again, I have a son. He is living in another country now. And for me, I was very close to him and tried to spend my time with him and invest everything I know in it. But now, yeah, again, he's a teenager, a kind of teenager that has been discussed today. His relationship with me is similar to my relations to my parents. Unfortunately, yeah, this year, especially living in different countries, make us a little bit distant from each other. What else we have? Our spouses. Yeah. Again, my parents are divorced. They're not close at all. They don't want even to know each other. And I think that for me personally, where I'm lucky in, I would say, it's in my marriage. It's not my first marriage, but it's the luckiest one. And that's a person I can really say that it's my family. We spend a lot of time together. We have common interests. We've enrolled to this class all together, and I'm really happy that we can share all our time, interest, and even, I don't know, liking the same wine after all. So that's family. That's part of my family. Luckily, at least haven't faded, and it's current. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, I'll take it. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, don't forget to call your mom tonight. And dad. Maybe mama to your mamichka. Yeah, okay, guys, I think that's it. And it's time to vote. You can find the QR code in agenda and vote for your favorite table topic speaker. And while we are voting, I have a question. Not working. Okay. Who is familiar with the wheel of balance? All right. Okay. Okay. Many of you. It's not a wheel. It's not. When you feel the categories, it's not round at all. But we're all going to be there eventually. Okay. I think it's time to give the mic to our Valeria Pagarelova. To our Valeria Pagarelova. Thank you. Here's the mic.
I think everyone's still consumed. Yes. Let's give a round of applause for our table topic master. Always creative, always coming up with some different formats. Yes, Anya? Is the internet working? No.
Okay, I'll come to you with a QR code.
We will give you internet.
Yeah.
That's the quality of the meeting. We will give you free internet. Say that a bit louder, please. The best club ever. Topic of the day, the best club ever. Next Toastmaster with that topic, yeah? Good. Samira, write down her name in the Excel sheet. Who else needs Wi-Fi? Put your hand up. Who else needs internet? Connection? No, no. Good, good, good.
No.
No. Is everyone ready? Have we voted? Not yet.
Valeria, tell me, would you consider to use the wheel of balance in your future to find the weaknesses in your life balance?
I don't need any more weaknesses.
and
Enough.
Find out the strongest.
Strengths, yes. Fun fact, I did the wheel of balance about 3 years ago when I was doing an NLP course. Did not like the NLP course because it showed too many weaknesses on my wheel of balance. I was not a big fan, but it was interesting. It was interesting to see a visual representation of what's lacking in your life. And some areas I was not aware that I was very happy with as well. Like area of friendships and relationships. That was a very strong area in my wheel of balance. So thank you very much for the question.
It will help us to keep up to date.
Oh,
About our emotions.
Arina, I hope you took a note of that. It will help us to keep up to date.
Yeah.
Say again?
No one speaker on tabletop.
Used up to date. It's okay. Our evaluator will tell us off about that in a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I see you have already voted, and we come to the final part of the meeting. But before I introduce the next person who will take the stage, let's remember what we spoke about today. We spoke about how time can help us reveal patterns, habits, things that we do in our lives. We also spoke about how time can help us become stronger, better public speakers, of course. And we also spoke about how time can reveal strengths, weaknesses, maybe even help us find the inner child, or help us find the people that will support our dreams and help us and be happy and help us fly at our height. If you think about it, time is a type of evaluator. It's a thing that helps us assess the quality of something. And our third part and the final part of the meeting, this is exactly what we will do. We will find out if this meeting has stood the test of time, and we will hear some feedback from our general evaluator and our very, very long friend who has been missing in action for a little while, but is now back. Please give a warm welcome to Shazzy Tafaili, our general evaluator.
Thank you, Valeria, for this warm welcome.
Thank you, and don't forget the mic.
Okay.
So let's start. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests again. As we know, as many of us know, and as the speakers shared today, time actually shows what is meaningful and what stands over time. And the thing that we should take in consideration is that in Toastmasters, the evaluation part is that part that stands the test of time. We always need evaluation to improve. And here in Toastmasters, we have this section to give evaluation and feedback for the role takers and the speech evaluators. So I'm privileged today to take the role of the general evaluator. I'll be leading this section, but also I have a team of helpers, evaluators that will help me make this report. But first of all, let me call the timer to explain the timing rules for the speech evaluators today. So please help me welcome to the stage Polina.
Have from 2 to 3 minutes.
Thank you very much for this concise rules. Thank you very much. And since we are out of time, I'll be just moving faster. So please help me welcome to the stage the first evaluator, Daniil Filonov, to evaluate the speech of Libor. Good evening. Sure. Sorry.
Forgive me, Polina. I don't know the time limits. What a dramatic story we heard today, really unexpectedly. The story of adapting your inner voice to challenging circumstances while living in another country. And it was masterfully arranged. Can we all agree? The strong points of Lyubov's speech were clearly obvious. By starting with a question, Lyubov immediately let us know why her speech is very relevant to all who raise their hands. So for almost everyone. Rarely you see a speaker who combines her gestures with facial expressions and melancholic voice so naturally, and to drag us to the really deep and dark hole of disappointment, and to the soul resurgence in the culmination of her speech. And the build-up to this culmination was second to none. The message was really clear, and I can relate. I was in this situation. I knew it will happen, and it happened. Still, sometimes all these strong tools are not enough for the audience who were not in my situation and in Lyubov's situation to be moved. Really. Why? Probably some of the audience had a feeling that they missed the first part of this movie. Like we already should have known before from the first series what exactly Lyubov wanted to become in another country and what exactly she settled for in the end. The purpose of this project was to share some aspects of Lyubov's experience of networking. Here we just saw an experience how a personal touch sometimes is really important. We can all agree. Next step that I would suggest to Lyubov, and I should make a small build-up to this, in July, in rival club to Toastbusters, in Optima Forma, we started the most educational year ever. And probably Lyubov would like to come in July. We have a special section, like 2-month special section dedicated to networking. Here we can go from small talk, how to arrange a small talk, and proceed to how make a next step and to make conversation meaningful, and what are the strategies to build up relationship further, to maintain this connection. Probably all the strategies that Lyubov didn't mention today, we can listen where, when, yes, in July, together with me and our extremely experienced and joyful members.
Don't forget about all players.
And never visit French club. You don't have any time for this. Remember my impromptu speech? Yes, and just to make short resume, all tools were demonstrated today. How to make a really strong, impressive speech. Sometimes you need a little bit more details to inspire people and to make all educational goal of the pathway and to make people aware how to network. Probably you all will visit me and Lyubov in July. Where, when? Thank you. Я не Миша.
Thank you, Daniil, for your report. Now let's move to Alexander Uzyanov to give the evaluation for Anna's speech.
Actionless control. It's so exciting and scary for me to evaluate such an experienced Toastmaster and teacher, English teacher. But my inner child helped me to overcome this fear. That the goal of this project isn't perfect delivery, but it's adaptation and engagement with the audience. And I will show you how Anna did it today. The thing I like the most is the structure. From the very beginning, from the first interaction with audience, Anna received acceptance of the audience because only two inner child we have in the audience and several people have their own children. And acceptance that the topic is not familiar to the audience. First part, acceptance, well done. Then the dialogue. Anna decreased the distance with audience through storytelling about her personal life. And also he asked the questions, and it was real dialogue with the audience, some checking with words and grammar use, phrases use, but it was also well done because connection with audience was established, was arranged. And on the third part of the speech was freedom. Anna, already you were flying above the audience from your height, occasionally looked to your clubmates, and because the result, the connection with the audience was already set up. But if you took a look to this part of audience more occasionally, the connection could have been even more impactful. But overall, I would like to say that through your engaging hooks, you raised the audience like your own daughters today. And the result is self-confidence and great conclusion, call to action, find your inner child. Thank you very much for this speech. And to sum up, please pay attention to your eye contact sometimes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your report. So thank you, Mr. Evaluators, for your evaluations. I don't have much comments to say. The evaluations were balanced, they were encouraging at the end, and we witnessed the sense of humor to connect with the audience. So thank you for that. And now I'll be calling the grammarian, Arina, for the report. Welcome. Am I?
So the word of the day. Let's start with this. Please, those who used it, raise your hand. Yes, I wasn't mistaken. Well, probably I should have printed it out. Maybe. No? Okay, then I would like to ask you politely to use it more often next time. Okay, but anyway, Valeria, Alina, thank you very much. I'm very glad you took notice. About the slight mistakes, persuasive is an adjective. Persuading, it's a form of the verb. So her speech was persuasive. I was persuaded by it. And I was persuading her for an hour. That's the verbal construction, well, the form of the verb. Then let's move on to the pronunciation. One slight remark, influence. The stress is on the first syllable, influence. And the last point, past tenses. Let's make it interactive. I want you to name them. Past tenses. What past tenses do you know?
Past perfect, continuous, and
Okay. Okay, great. So you know them, and if you talk about the past, you use the past tenses. You should keep that in mind if you tell your own story that happened in the past. That is all. Like not that many mistakes. Greatest expressions. I'll start with the verbs. Get rid of something, to weaken, to build relationship, to build your network, to reflect on something, to leave out somebody's bad sides, to start a conversation, to find a solution, to take into consideration, to share your experience, to arrange a small talk about the nouns and the adjectives. Forbidden fruit is the sweetest. Great, I have never heard of it. A perfect delivery of a speech. You can deliver a speech. I think that sounds like advanced. Maybe you should use that as well. Acceptance, adolescence, these are great nouns. You should try to include them in your future speeches as well. Okay, all in all, you were literate. You did great. You did great job. I want you to stay up to date and to become even better.
Happy.
And happy.
Very much.
I caught it.
Thank you very much, Arina, for your up-to-date report. I like the usage, how to say it, the selection of this word because it's easy to use. Nevertheless, as Arina witnessed, we didn't use it that much, but so maybe we could consider some ways to make it more visible for the speakers so that they can take in consideration. I like the introduction at the beginning when you showed us how the language changed over time. It was linked to the theme. Thank you very much. And moving on, I'll be calling the ad counter, Polina.
Thank you. Well, I was trying to be very honest. Well, I'm trying to not to use them, but still do that. The favorite filler word was a, and the second place is As for other words, there were you know and so, just once, which is great. And I should say that the overall results are pretty brilliant and great because 5 people hasn't mentioned any filler words at all. I should say that these people are Valeria, Tatiana, Любовь, Danil, and Alexander. Yes. There were people who used these words just 3 times. It's Polina and Natalia. Shadi used it just 3 times. I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Polina. Okay, so I like the interaction with the audience, and you also led the audience to brainstorm and share their ideas about the usage of A sounds and how to reduce it. So it was like a smart way to connect with people. And you also shared a detailed review of how we used this word in this meeting so that we can take in consideration and work on our speech. And overall, you praised the low usage of such expressions. So it was encouraging, and thank you very much for that. Now we'll be moving to the fun part, which will be led by Samira. Please help me welcome to the stage the Quizmaster, Samira. Samira has chocolate. Okay.
I ate only one. I think I have the right if I bought them. Okay. Okay. Are you ready for the questions? What rodent was mentioned today? Rodent. Rodent, это грызун. Squirrel, yes. Yeah. I could say animal, but it was too easy. Yeah. Which artist created a picture shown by Tatiana? Dali. Alina, yes.
Have the winner.
Okay, how many watches were there? Кто... Нет, кто сказал four? Я не слышала. Who was the first? Okay, Alexei.
Say.
What is the name of this painting? Who knows? Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Time is not really.
No.
Melting time.
No. No. Who knows? Tanya? Tanya, you know? Yes. Tanya gets the prize. Get the prize. But you didn't mention the name of the painting. You did? Okay. Okay, what inspired this painting? What in cheese? Yes. Okay, melting cheese. Not milk. Okay, please continue the quote. Intelligence without ambition is a... It was Tatiana's thought of the day. No. There is animal in the quote. No. No. No.
Birds?
Yeah, it's related, but continue. It's like a bird without wings. Yes. You can take one. Okay, which country did Polina mention? The country that doesn't exist anymore. No. Yeah, this Polina. No, but it's close. Greece, ancient Greece. Yes. What author did Arina mention? Author. No, not Gomer. Oscar Wilde. Yes, Daniel was right. In how many countries did Luba live? Three. Alexei? What was the key message of Lyubov's speech?
Fly on your own height.
Yes, Alina. What are 3 principles of raising children?
Acceptance, dialogue, create.
Yes. Who did Anna recommend finding?
Your inner child.
Lera. What is Shadi's hometown? Нет, Бейрут это... Ну, окей. Okay. Yeah, he mentioned country. Lebanon. Lera. Okay. Lera. What are the skills that will always stand the test of time? Yes. Soft skills. Can you name at least 3 such soft skills? At least 3.
Public
speaking, communications, creativity.
Okay, Alina mentioned 3. Where can you train those skills?
In Toastbusters.
Yay, Alina! And who should you become to develop those skills?
Not the member.
Not member, officer, Lera, club officer, yeah. Not only secretary. Okay, that is all. And I don't have any questions. What is the synonym of soft skills according to my presentation? No, synonym according to my presentation. Because you said human-centric, yes. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Okay, that is all. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mike.
Mike.
Thank you, Samira, for these intriguing questions. You interacted with the audience and witnessed how they interacted with you. Thank you very much. And now I'll be calling the timer, Polina, for the report. So, here's the mic.
Good evening. I want to thank most of all for being precise with your speeches, for respecting your time, and a top list of people who just didn't care, who were in the flow of their thoughts, of course. The third place goes to Alexei. He exceeded his time of speech for 1 minute and 5 seconds. The second person, is Daniil Filonov, and he exceeded for 1 minute and 37 seconds. And the first place goes to Anna, almost 2 minutes, but your speech was really exciting and it just went into heart. I don't know how to say this.
Worth it.
Yeah. And as one of the wisest philosophers of all time said, mysterious thing time, powerful, and when meddled with, dangerous. It was Dumbledore, actually. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Polina, for your report. I like the introduction where you shared your experience and how to not be scared of time as a recommendation for us. And you also talked about the extended time that speakers have so that they can take that in consideration. So thank you very much. And now I'll be just giving some remarks, last remarks for these meetings. Regarding the SAA, Alina, I liked how you shared the internet when we had problems with the connection. So you managed the obstacles and the challenges. Thank you for that. For the president, I liked the interaction with the guests. The presentation in the beginning also was great. You opened with energy, and it was also connected to the theme, as we noticed. The thing is, I would also recommend to talk about how to join the club, how to be a member of the Toastbusters, so that new guests can take that in consideration. But overall, it was great. Thank you for that. And moving on to TME, Toastmaster of the Evening, Valeria. You started with the high tone and you gave high energy on the stage. And the interaction with the audience was brilliant. You broke the ice with the guests. You also talked about the paint, which was creative. We started to look at patterns, and you connected it with the theme of how things stand over time. And you also excelled in the introduction of the roles. We witnessed this smooth transitions that were. So overall, it was great, and thank you for that. The thing is, I would like to add about the thought of the day. It's the first time that I am in the meeting where thought of the day is expressed by Tatiana. I think it's good to have such role. It gives new ideas to the meeting. Tatiana shared the artwork of Salvador Dali and gave also a couple of quotes that gave us some ideas to think about. So thank you very much, Tatiana. And moving on to Alina, Table Topics Masters. I like the wheel of balance and how we used a unique question for all the speakers, and they just had to put the area that they want to talk about. So I also like the comments that you gave to the speakers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. And you also shared the tips for the speakers that they would like to go to the stage. Thank you, Alina. And now overall talking about general remarks. I like the idea of having this meeting in a gallery. I've never been in a gallery and having Toastmasters meetings, so it's pretty creative. I witnessed that we had some noises in the background, maybe because of the people who work in the security had to say something out loud. But overall, the audience was supportive, actively listening. So thank you everyone for doing that. And I love the stories that you shared today. I have a lot of things to think about today. And the community I witnessed is very welcoming and lovely. So thank you very much. And now we're turning back to our president, Samira Darster. Hello.
Thank you guys for this amazing meeting. So today we had a very lovely table topic session, as Shadi mentioned, and the winner of the table topic session is Shadi.
Thank you.
You? Okay, let's take a photo.
Very nice. Yeah, got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I keep it with me.
Oh, yes, of course. Okay, guys, next time we meet in 2 weeks on 3rd of June, but in a different location, unfortunately, most probably in Krasnaya Presnya Park. Yeah, I know that not all of you like this location, but we don't have many choices. But the most important thing is that the next meeting will be very important for our club, because we will have club officers elections. We already have several candidates for certain positions, but not. No. I mean, in general, in general, yeah. But not all of them are filled yet. So, guys, if you president, vice president of education, and secretary. Yeah.
Ready for president.
Okay, guys, if you love our club, if you care about the destiny of our club, and if you want our club be successful, prosperous as it is, I encourage you to reach out to me and take one of those roles. Believe me, the year will pass very quickly. I was elected as a president just 1 year ago, and I think I didn't notice how the time passed, but it was very rewarding experience for me. So if you want to develop your leadership skills, your management skills, reach out to me. Okay. Yeah, and I invite all of you to the after party, and let's take a group photo. Давай, да.
Тасти на фон, все идем туда.